Welcome back to the Couch Potato Show. This is episode 16, and back again with Frank and Eric for the football special. How we doing today, boys?
Been better. Not looking forward to football, but I might lose some points, but that's fine.
I'm extremely handsome, Tyler.
I know.
That's true.
And Frank, you're probably the only person in this fucking world that is not excited for football.
Well, in terms of picks, actually watching football, of course, but in terms of picks, not really.
Well, I should probably pull up the picks from last week, just run through those real quick, because we got a lot to get to this week.
Big fat week.
Alistair Overeem won. We all got a point there.
Big man.
I got 3 points from the Cookout 500 with Kevin Harvick. Me and Frank each got a point with the Heat in 5.
Tough, Eric. Tough.
And that's about it.
No, and Eric got golf pick points.
Oh, and Eric won the
Again.
Did I not? I didn't write that one down. Yeah,
It's the only golfing event I could win. I'm shit at the driving range, terrible at mini golf, but man, can I pick those golfers.
Can he pick that PGA Tour, though?
Yeah, Dustin Johnson won the Tour Championship, so Eric gets 4 points there.
Whoa!
So annoying.
I really hate how we do golf.
You decided how we did
No,
golf. I don't know why you're
We all
complaining.
We all agreed on it. Let's not throw me in.
No, I said 3-2-1, and you said 4, and I was like, fine.
3-2-1 is nonsense. We eliminate 3-2-1. We're not even going to get into it. That's how
I'm
much.
just saying, don't complain about the system that he made.
All right. Well, let's get into this week. And because this is a football episode, we got a whole lot of things to talk about football-wise. We'll start off with NASCAR and UFC just to get those out of the way. So the Auto Parts 400 first round race at Richmond for NASCAR playoffs. I'm taking Denny Hamlin. Eric?
Shocking. Kevin Harvick.
Yeah, give me Kevin. I wasn't gonna. I honestly wasn't gonna. But you know what? Just for your little snide comment, I'm thinking just for that. You just lost yourself 3 points, idiot.
I wasn't picking him anyway.
Yeah, I know.
I'm bored. All right, well, where do we want to go here? We're gonna go Martin Truex Jr.
There you go. Good job.
That was the obvious third choice.
I could have picked Kyle Busch, but he blows.
Nah.
No, you couldn't have. Trust me. You can't.
For Tyler, because he keeps calling me out on the odds.
No.
Truex is the third best odds, so you can. And you guys took the top 2.
Okay.
The odds I saw had all 3 of our guys actually all at plus 480, tied for first. Just saying.
Well, the ones I saw were Harvick, Hamlin, Truex.
Yeah, I saw 4-1 at Harvick and Hamlin, and then 5-1 for Truex.
Gotcha. If I'm making a bet on this race, it's going to be on Truex. I know I took Harvick. That's just for the gimmick, but
Absolutely.
I picked Truex.
All right, let's get to UFC.
Yeah, I was gonna take Logano, and then every time I pick Logano, he never freaking wins.
All right, shut up, Frank. All right, we got Oh, Frank, can you write these down in the doc while we're going through them? Because we're going to forget.
Oh, look who needs me now, shithead.
Not Frank.
We got the UFC main event between Michelle Waterson and Angela Hill. Eric, can you give us a little background real quick?
Yeah, to be honest, both of these girls are like 500 fighters in the UFC. Michelle Waterson has had some high-profile matchups versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk and Paige Van Sant. She's had mixed success. Really, the story of Michelle Waterson's career thus far is she can't really break through. Like, she does fine against decent competition, but once she goes up to that next level, a true top 5 contender, she really can't handle it. And Angela Hill has just sort of been floating around mediocrity. There's some hype around her right now. I don't know how much weight I put into that, but yeah. It should be – it's really a coin flip fight. Odds are probably pretty close on this one. I believe Hill's the slight favorite. Yeah. I'm personally going to go with Michelle Waterson. I think it'll be a lackluster decision. I think she will be able to get this fight to the ground. Hill's got great takedown defense. I think I read 70%. But, I don't know, just something tells me that Waterson's going to be able to bait her with her striking and get some key takedowns down the stretch. Hill, I believe, has never been in a 5-round fight in the UFC, and I know Waterson's been in a main event or two. So I'm going to take the Karate Hottie, as she's dubbed,
Oh
Michelle
my
Waterson.
god, what the hell is that?
Hey, man, I didn't choose the nickname. It's Michelle.
I didn't say it's just bad. It's just a bad nickname.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride the hot hand momentum wise. I'm gonna go with Angela Hill. She's performed really well her last couple of fights. Like you said, this is her first main event, like real main event in the UFC. I think she'll come out on top in this one. Frank, who you got?
I don't really, I'll go. I didn't look at anything for this, honestly. I didn't have time. Let's go. Screw it. Let's go Hill. You know what? That's no fun. I'll take the other one. You guys both have Hill. I'll take the other one.
No, Eric has Waterson.
Oh, Eric has Waterson?
Cool.
Then I'll go Hill because I got to get points on Eric.
All right, let's see what we're doing.
Sorry, I thought you had Hill. I'm half paying attention because I'm trying to figure out how to get 3 things on my screen at the same time.
Whoa.
You idiots, my Word document and the Google document, so I can write these down.
You can switch between. You don't have to have them all on one screen.
That's true.
It's true. When you're an idiot like me, you forget it.
All right, let's go to football. Start out in college. Let's start off with the ACC conference because that's starting this Saturday. Eric, who do you have winning the ACC?
Guys, I've got some bold call todays in the football world, but this is just not one of them. It's going to be Clemson.
No fun.
To happen.
No fun.
I know. No fun for this one, Todd, but don't worry. There's fun to be had. Wait on it.
Frank, who do you got?
I'm going to take Clemson. I know it's lame. I suck. There's just – who else are you going to pick? I'll take Boston College.
I'm taking Miami.
You could take Miami. I mean, I don't know.
I think Clemson's going to be really good. Trevor Lawrence is shoe-in for the number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft next year. But I love De'Aaron King and transferring into Miami. I think he's going to have a stud season. He's going to be a Heisman finalist, in my opinion. I think he's going to take Miami, and he's going to win that conference championship game against Clemson. So I'm taking the Hurricanes. All right, let's go to the Big 12. Frank, who you got in the Big 12?
I'm going to take Oklahoma. And they have a new quarterback in Spencer Radler's new wide receiver, Jaden Hasselwood, and I think they're going to be good for them. So I'm going to take Oklahoma.
Eric?
Guys, not since the days of Colt McCoy have I had this much confidence in a Texas team. Give me Texas. It's going to be the Longhorns.
Texas is a solid pick.
Love the pick.
Solid pick.
Sam Ellinger down there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go with Frank. I got to go with Oklahoma. I think Spencer Rattler, again, another Heisman finalist. I think he's going to win another one for Oklahoma. And Lincoln Riley, head coach down there, the amount of success he's had in the past few years, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts, and it's going to continue with Spencer Rattler. I think Spencer Rattler takes the Big 12 championship. All right, let's go to the SEC. Dare I ask?
You can skip Tyler.
Yeah. Eric, who you got in the SEC?
Tyler, you're going to want to shield your ears for this one. It's going to be Georgia. It is.
You couldn't be more wrong.
I'm bold. See, look at me. Odd schmods. Give me Georgia. The coach's last name is Smart, man. Come on.
Yeah, his first name is Kirby.
I guess it kind of cancels out. Give me Smart. It's the smart pick. Oh, yeah.
Who you got?
On to me now. I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go Alabama.
All right.
I like Bryce Young a lot from the limited tape I have watched on him. I like Devontae Smith. He's back this year. I like Najee Harris a lot. So I think Nick Saban's about to come out with a vengeance after disappointing last year. Very much so.
Crimson Tide.
Crimson Tide.
Shocking. You can't bet against the greatest coach in college football history, Nick Saban.
Oh, that's bold.
Mac Jones is going to go out there, and he's going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the country. You saw it last year in the bowl game against Michigan. He'll do it again. He's got Jalen Waddle back, Devontae Smith. They're going to go off. Bryce, we may even see some Bryce Young at quarterback this year. If we do, he's going to be insane. The defense is back. Everyone's healthy. There's no reason you shouldn't pick Alabama in the SEC this year. Easy college football.
Just call them out like that, Tyler.
Listen, there's stupid picks, and then there's stupid picks. So, all right, let's go to the college football awards. Heisman Trophy. Frank, what do you got for Heisman Trophy?
Now, you guys are going to hate me for this because it's no fun. I'm just going to go Trevor Lawrence, man. It's a very easy answer. It's a clear answer. He had over 3,600 yards last year, 36 touchdowns. I mean, it's just a good football player, you know? He's probably be the number one pick in the draft, like Tyler said. I want to go easy.
I just spilled iced tea all over my notebook.
Well, you can't make picks anymore.
No.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna go with Spencer Rattler in Oklahoma, freshman quarterback. If you look at the quarterbacks that Oklahoma's produced in the past, Baker Mayfield, Heisman, Kyler Murray, Heisman, Jalen Hurts would have won the Heisman if it weren't for Joe Burrow. It was so fucking good. I think it's going to happen again. I think they're going to win it with Spencer Rattler this year, and I think he's going to take them to a Final Four appearance. Eric, what you got?
I'll take future Jacksonville Jaguar, Trevor Lawrence. That easy.
One can dream.
That easy.
Oh, it's no dream, Frank. Jaguars are going to be the worst in the league, clearly. And then we're going to get Trevor Lawrence. And then we're going to fucking ruin his whole career. It's going to be so fun. Enjoy, Trevor, if you're watching, enjoy college, buddy. It's going to be a nice NFL.
Once you get to the NFL, it's going downhill.
You're not going to get your first win till year 2, and then it's going to be a fucking disaster. You're going to be a backup in fucking Las Vegas for the Raiders after we fuck you up so badly. Enjoy college.
All right.
Derek just shit talks his team all day, every day. It's just hilarious to me.
Wrong.
Can't help it.
He's not wrong, no.
All right. College football playoff, Final Four. 1 point for every team that you get right. So 4 points on the line. I'll start off with my Final Four. No surprise, Alabama. No surprise, Clemson. I think Miami's going to win the ACC. I think Clemson, there's still a chance that they could also win the ACC, and if they do, they're an easy Final Four appearance. Oklahoma with Spencer Rattler, they're going to get in, winning the Big 12. And then I don't think the ACC produces 2 teams. I don't think the Big 12 produces 2 teams. I think the SEC is going to be the conference that produces 2 teams. I think Florida is going to get in too. Georgia sucks. They're going to lose to Alabama. They're probably going to lose to another team over the course of the year. So I'm going to go with Florida. They're looking really good. Eric, what you got?
I have, yes, you got your juggernauts in Clemson and Alabama. However, for poor Tyler, we got Georgia. Georgia's coming, baby. And then my 4th pick, a little bit more bold, along with Georgia. I'd say that's bold as well. I've been told they suck. So Notre Dame, that's going to be the 4th. Notre Dame, as they say.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Going bold.
The ACC this year. Frank, who you got?
For mine, we got a little bit of hybrid of your 2 guys' picks, which is no fun, but that's fine. We got Clemson and Alabama, obviously, because they're the teams this year. Then I got Oklahoma, and I have Georgia. So despite what Tyler thinks, I think the SEC will produce Georgia out, not Florida.
No. It's going to be Florida, I'm telling you.
I would argue with you, but you clearly have more knowledge, so it's kind of pointless.
Yes, it is. All right, let's go to the NFL. Oh, wait, no.
National champion.
National champion. Dare I ask you guys have? Frank, who you got?
You're going to like my answer, Tyler. I'm going to go Alabama. That's because I think Nick Saban is here to drop some dick this year after what happened last year. I don't think he's messing around this year. He's going for it, and they're just a great team. So my dream championship game would probably be Alabama and Clemson. But I think Alabama's going to take it out.
Yeah, I didn't put a national championship matchup on here just because it's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
So, Eric, who you got?
Well, it'll be the last championship Trevor Lawrence ever wins, and it's going to be Clemson. The last slight accomplishment he ever wins. I got to correct myself.
There you go.
All right. Another point lost for Eric.
Whoa!
Oh, it's 2 points, actually. National champions, 2 points.
Better yet.
Oh, we're playing 2 points? Okay.
2 points.
Not sure we'll ever see a championship game. But hey.
Alabama. It's really no question here.
I mean, I hope you say Alabama. Otherwise, I don't know what else you would say.
I mean, I'll just give you every single reason I gave you for why they're going to win the SECs, and that's why they're going to win the national championship. So, all right, let's go to the NFL now. Let's start off up north. We're going division by division. Give me your division winners. 1 point for each one. Starting the NFC North. Who you got, Eric?
NFC North. I'm a big Vikings fan. I don't like picking a second team, but if I had to pick one, I say go Jaguars then Vikings in terms of who I root for. Big fan of Kirk Cousins. However, I think Green Bay as an organization has pissed Aaron Rodgers off enough to where you're going to see a man possessed this season. And there's a saying, fire under his ass. This is like this is a forest fire under his ass. Aaron Rodgers is going to be otherworldly this season. Not quite the MVP, but we'll get there eventually. But I think he will lead them to a division title. I'm taking the Packers, unfortunately, but
I'm going to take the Lions. And
ooh.
I know this is bold because I know you guys are big odds guys. And the Lions currently have the lowest odds. Don't act all innocent, Frank. I know you. You look at the division right now. The Lions are the only team that improved over the offseason. The Vikings lost Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, that's fair.
Drafted a quarterback in the first round of the draft. Need I remind you? And they won't be playing this year. So a wasted first round draft pick there. And then the Bears are the Bears. There's an old saying where if you have 2 quarterbacks on a team, you have no quarterbacks on a team. So the Bears have no quarterbacks on that team right now. So I'm going with the Lions. Frank, who you got?
I'm going to agree with Eric here. I'm going to go Packers. And I think the key for this team will be the second half of the season. I did some crunching because, I'm a mathematician. Their last 8 games of the year, so the second half of the year, their win percentage for their opponents is under 500. So if they play well against those opponents, it'll go very well for the Packers. I think if they have the lead going into the second half of the year, I think it's wraps. So I'm going to go Packers.
For the record, the Vikings are the odds-on favorites, so none of us going with the favorites.
Sure. That's big for us.
Oh, big. Massive.
All right, let's go to the AFC North. Frank, who you got in the AFC North?
No surprises here. I'm going to go Ravens. They have Lamar Jackson. They were one of the best teams last year. Top offense, top defense. Easy pick for me. I'm going to go Ravens.
Eric?
Yeah, Ravens are a great team. There's no other way around it. Great defense, great offense. Lamar Jackson, MVP candidate. I don't know. It's pretty simple for this one.
It's really not if you think about it.
Whoa.
This is why Tyler's going to go down 20 points by the end of this.
Let me tell you this. The Steelers are the first team in NFL history to have a Pro Bowler at every single position. Bet you guys didn't know that.
How would I know that? Props to you for Googling that stat. But
Did you know Big Ben's going to go down week 2? Did it say that?
Did you know Big Ben's going to get injured for the whole year like he does every other year?
Steelers are winning this division easily. The Ravens are a great team. They're going to make the playoffs, and they're going to be great. Lamar Jackson's fantastic. Lamar Jackson's not going to replicate what he did last year.
No, he doesn't have to.
Defenses are going to pick it up like that. I mean, there was times last year where Lamar Jackson got kind of lucky, I think. So the chances that the Ravens replicate what they did, very small. Steelers have one of the best defenses in the NFL. They got Big Ben, got Juju, got James Conner, got an explosive offense. They got Eric Ebron this year. I think they're going to do some damage after a Week 1 loss to the Giants, of course.
Of course.
NFC South, going north to south. Frank, I'll start off with you.
So we're starting NFC South?
NFC South.
Yeah. NFC South. Okay.
South.
Again, not that hard for me. I'm going to go Saints. They have one of the best quarterbacks of all time in Drew Brees. Have a top 5 receiver in Michael Thomas. Might be trading Alvin Kamara. We don't know yet. Going to have to see. But I'm going to go Saints.
Eric?
Yeah, this sucks, but I'm going Saints too. Of course, they're going to fall apart in the playoffs as they always do, but they'll win the division.
We'll see that. We'll see.
Now, I never officially made a pick. On my sheet here, I have Saints ? Buccaneers ?
Yeah, it's one of those two teams. There's no other answers, I don't think.
Just to make things interesting, I'm going to go with the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's reasons why I don't like the Buccaneers because their team seems a little bit too good to be true.
I think it might be one of those teams that takes a few games to play to where they should be playing, and I think those few games where they're not 100% will lose them in the division by the end of the year.
Now, the only reason I'd say I would disagree with you a little bit is because Mike Evans is kind of hurt right now. He's not 100% healthy. Probably not going to be 100% healthy for Week 1. So that would probably put Gronk in as your number 1 receiver.
Yeah.
And Tom Brady and Gronk still have chemistry. So
I'm sure Tom Brady and Gronk isn't the entire team though. That's what I'm saying.
I know. That was their entire team in New England, and look where that got them. So I'm just
yet to be seen. It's either going to go really well or not well at all.
Agreed. This team reminds me a lot of, and Eric, I don't know if you remember this, back in like 2010, 2011, the Eagles team that claimed that they were the dream team, and they went on to win like 5 games.
Yeah. Perhaps more recently, look at the Browns heading into last season.
Yeah.
Look at these pieces. Jarvis,
exactly. That's what I was. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Beckham. But yeah, just a big old.
Odell Beckham, Baker Mayfield, Nick Chubb. Didn't do it.
Yeah, and the Yankees of 2020.
We're not going there, Tyler. See, I'm very upset. Although they do, know what? We're not going to get into that because I'm going to go a full-fledged rant if I get into that.
So
it's a football episode.
I'm going Buccaneers. AFC South. I'll start off. I'm going with the Titans. Kind of similar to the NFC North. They're the only team that really got better. Texans lost DeAndre Hopkins, so I think Deshaun Watson's going to be good. I don't think he's going to be that good. The Colts, they always seem to underachieve, and don't even get me started on the Jaguars. Yeah, Titans just got Jadeveon Clowney. They went out and they extended and re-signed all the pieces that they had last year, so there's no reason they're going to do anything different from what they did last year, and probably go to the AFC Championship game again.
Maybe.
Frank, who you got?
I'm gonna go Titans as well. No real reason. Just feeling the Titans.
Eric?
I know it's kind of lame, but hey, it's fine.
Well, Colts are the odds-on favorite, but I hate to make it a clean sweep, boys, but that's exactly what it is. Tannehill has just thrived in that system in Tennessee. Derrick Henry, let's not forget what he did last season. The guy's massive, 6'3", into the third and fourth quarter. It's just hard to tackle someone that large. It's a very simple statement, but it's so true. So give me Tennessee.
Yeah. All right, let's go out west. We'll go to the NFC West first. Eric, who you got in the NFC West?
Okay, well, I believe the 49ers are the betting favorite here, but I'm old enough to remember when a nice young defense that had all just so many stars on it. Oh my God, what a future it's going to be. We don't need a great quarterback. Look at the defense. Fell apart, just ripped. It's, now it's not even in existence. So the 49ers, they're going to see some regression this season. Still think they'll probably snag a wild card, but Seattle's going to win the division. Russell Wilson's a monster. This guy's not human. Wilson's ridiculous.
Frank?
Again, I'm going to agree with Eric. I mean, all the same reasons. Dude, if you look at my sheet, I have the same points that you just said. Russell Wilson's going to dominate. Jimmy G and his defense aren't going to be as good as last year. There's no way they can be as good as last year. So I'm going to go Seahawks.
Fair game.
I hate to do it, but I'm going to agree with you guys. Clean sweep. Russell Wilson is just built different. And the odds that Jimmy Garoppolo and him handing the ball off works as well as it did last year is just probably not going to happen. So
they're slim and none.
Yeah.
Those are the two chances.
So I'm going to go Seahawks. AFC West. Does anybody have anybody different than the Chiefs in the AFC West? All right. Chiefs.
Good night, everyone.
That was easy. AFC East. I'll start it off. I'm taking the Bills. I believe they might be the odds-on favorite.
I think so.
I don't know.
The Patriots are deadlocked, I think.
Yeah, okay. But I'm going to take the Bills. Definitely improved from last year. Picked up Stephon Diggs. Josh Allen, I think, is going to really blossom into something really fun to watch. I don't think Cam Newton's going to be able to get it done in New England. I'm not a big Cam Newton fan. I think the Patriots definitely steal a wild card spot, but I think this is going to be the Bills division. The Jets are the Jets. I'm not going to do it. The Dolphins will be better than they were last year. It just depends on who they can figure out as their quarterback. If they're going to start Fitzpatrick or they're going to go with Tua. Too many question marks with them. I'm going to go with the Bills. Frank, who you got?
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go Bills. I like Stephon Diggs a lot from what I've seen from him in my limited football viewing. They have a very – I want schedule. I like looking at schedules and stuff like that. In weeks 5 through 14, it's going to be very important for this team. They play the Titans, Chiefs, Seahawks, 49ers, and Steelers all in those 9 weeks total. So I think if they could play well during that stretch, the division's basically theirs. So I'm going to go Bills.
Eric.
Yeah, for the longest time, I agreed with you guys, and I thought it just makes sense. Allen's going to take a step forward. The Patriots dynasty is no more. It just makes sense that the Bills win this division. But I just couldn't write down the Bills' name. I couldn't. The AFC East is the Patriots. It's just how it is. You got to accept it. We can't forget, they still have Belichick, the greatest head coach in sports history, not even football history. He cheats. He's fucking awesome. He's just great.
He has his dog draft for him all the time.
Yeah, he does. If you think this guy sleeps more than an hour a night, you're just incorrect. He stays up and just oh my God, win this thing. I'm telling you, it's a Patriots division. And Cam Newton's not even going to be that great. But guess what Cam Newton could do? Throw check down passes, just like Brady did in his elder years with the Patriots.
To who? There's no one there.
That's Tyler.
They figure it out. They figured it out earlier.
They can plug in Joe Schlabotnik in the backfield, and it'll still work. It doesn't matter. That's the Patriots thing, taking irrelevant schlubs.
Every roster they have for years, we're like, oh, they can't win crap. Every year, there they are.
How's Deion Lewis doing on the Titans? Not well. It doesn't matter who they have. Give me the Patriots. It's just going to happen. We all, if we accept it now, we're all going to feel a lot better about it, people.
Me and Frank are in denial.
Yeah.
All right. End it off with probably the worst division in all of football.
Probably.
Definitely the worst division in all of football. It was not even close last year. Probably won't be close this year. The god-awful NFC East. Frank, who do you have in the NFC East?
I wrote the Dallas Cowboys. But fuck it. I'm going to go Giants. Who cares? I'm going to go with Tyler. I like Saquon. I watch Giants games exclusively, unless it's playoffs. Saquon, Danny Dimes, sure. I'll buy in.
Eric?
It might suck. It might be good. Who knows?
Eric?
Yeah, odds-on favorite, Dallas Cowboys. They're going to go freaking 7-9. Watch. That's just what they do. The Giants, unfortunately, for you gentlemen, aren't anything special. The Washington
None of the teams are anything special.
No, yeah, I agree with you, but I'm just going to say that the Eagles are going to take the division with a 9-7 record. They're for lack of a better phrase, they're the smartest Kardashian here. You know, it's a terrible division, but the Eagles are the best.
I mean, I have to go with the Giants. I can't stand getting pleasure out of seeing anybody else win. Giants could be special.
That's what they could hit and be really good, or they can be terrible again.
Listen, it's like the Giants are throwing darts at a dartboard.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's the chances of them hitting a bullseye and actually being great this year are practically nothing. But if they can hit, they cleaned house, new head coach, new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. Defense has gotten a lot better. They lost Xavier McKinney for the majority of the season. But Daniel Jones could blossom into something really cool.
Danny Dimes, baby.
Saquon's going to have a better year than he did last year. Darius Slayton, Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram, I can go on.
Well, to have a better year than last year, Saquon basically just had to stay healthy for the whole year.
That's true.
It's basically all he's got to do.
Same with Shepard and Evan Ingram. But I think they definitely found something with Darius Slayton. So I think their receiving core can be semi-competent this year. I mean, like the Patriots, they were picking up guys at the grocery store to play wide receiver last year. So
yeah,
I just can't stand seeing anybody else win this division and get pleasure out of it. So I have to go with the Giants. Only reasonable explanation here.
I mean, if Eric was a real fan, he'd pick the Jaguars to win their division, but.
What am I going to throw away a point, Frank?
There's stretch picks.
The Giants are a stretch. The Jaguars are an impossibility.
No point.
There's just no way.
No way.
You know what? Wait a minute. Did both of you guys pick the Titans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're not going to do it.
I don't remember who you picked.
Yeah, Titans as well. It's
the Titans too, yeah.
It's not gonna, as much as I'd love to see it, I could get pleasure out of it because God knows I'm not getting pleasure out of the Jaguars. So, yeah,
it's true.
Jaguars to get Trevor Lawrence. It's all good.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, we're gonna screw up his development. We're gonna have him like sitting back up to like Gardner Minshew.
Gardner Minshew again.
It's all gonna be a disaster. It's a big dumpster fire.
All right. Let's go to the NFL awards. MVP, most valuable player. Frank, who do you have as MVP?
I'm not going to be any fun. I'm going to pick Patrick Mahomes. Guy is just – he's going to call out and prove that he is not the number 4 player on the NFL Top 100. Not sure if you guys remember that. Me and Tyler did it. And he's just going to say, screw you guys. I'm the best player in the NFL. And he's going to go for it. So, Patrick Mahomes.
Eric?
In the NBA, it's a common thought that, oh, well, the most valuable player every year is LeBron. That's what people say, like, oh, just give LeBron the MVP. Well, his team would be so much worse without him. He deserves it every year, blah, 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 blah. Wow.
They're not wrong.
Yeah, no, I get that mindset. And I'm transferring that mindset to the NFL. And without Russell Wilson, the Seattle Seahawks are a 5-6 win team at best. Russell Wilson is, by definition, the most valuable player. He's the most valuable to this franchise. Mark my words, he's going to go down as one of the best quarterbacks ever. Top 5 by the end of his career. He's going to get some more rings eventually. And I don't know, it's, it just seems like common sense that Wilson has got to get an MVP sooner or later, and this is going to be the year.
I'm going to go with Patrick Mahomes. There's too many weapons to not succeed. And I think he's also one of those guys where he doesn't need to have the greatest season. He just needs to have a
Yeah,
good
if the
season.
Chiefs are the Chiefs and he's a good season,
He
I
doesn't
mean,
need to do anything special to win the MVP.
yeah, he doesn't have to do anything crazy.
It's kind of like you said, Eric. It's kind of like LeBron in the NBA. If it's if there's no like clear cut MVP like there was last year with Lamar Jackson, there's no clear cut MVP. They're gonna go with the best player in the NFL, and that's Patrick Mahomes. So
Yeah, if his team's good and he has a decent season,
I don't think he's gonna have that legendary season that Lamar Jackson had last year. I just think he's gonna be the best player in the NFL. That's it. Um, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Eric, who you got?
There's a certain privilege that comes with being drafted by the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott, I think he was an unsigned free agent. I don't even know. But the point is, when you're in the Dallas Cowboys, you're just great because it's America's team. You're just great. You're great. You're phenomenal. Blah, 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 blah. And CeeDee Lamb's going to have a nice, respectable year. But because he's in under the bright lights in Dallas, they're going to reward him Offensive Rookie of the Year. Just like real estate, location, location, location. CeeDee Lamb's got the right location.
you're already practicing, Eric.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I'm gonna go no fun again. I'm gonna go Joe Burrow. Clear choice. I wanted to pick Tua, but I think I don't know what he's like with an injury. Torn labrum in the hip is very not good injury. It's very hard to regain the mobility and the speed that he had in college. So I'm gonna go Joe Burrow.
I'm gonna go Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
I respect. That's a
Running
good
back
pick.
out of LSU, going to the Chiefs. I saw him live last year when LSU came to Tuscaloosa. The guy's insane.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
I mean, when you talk about college football teams that have grown ass men playing, you think of Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson. Last year, LSU. That's about it. When this man was going up against grown ass men on the Alabama defense, he was just pushing them over like they were 5-year-olds and scoring with 9 people draped on him. So
the crazy part is he's so short. I think he's like 5'7" or something.
yeah, he's
Nuts.
strong as hell. So it's a tough division out there in the AFC West. There's a lot of good teams. Chargers are going to be good. Broncos are going to be good. Raiders are going to be shit. But he's going to run away with it, I think. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Eric, who you got?
You want to talk about grown-ass men, Tyler Maines. Chase Young is a grown-ass man. I would not want to run into this guy and, piss him off. He's massive. Honestly, if he's in the UFC, I'd pick him for that too. I'm a big Chase Young fan. He's an animal. He's going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. After that, he's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. After that, he's going to win MVP. He's an animal. The guy's ridiculous.
I'm not a big fan of those defensive linemen and the runaway number 1 overall pick defensive linemen. He was picked second last year only because Joe Burrow had one of the greatest college football seasons of all time. Jadeveon Clowney wasn't fantastic his rookie year. Myles Garrett wasn't insane his rookie year. Both really good players now. I don't think Chase Young is going to be insane. I think they're going to give it to Isaiah Simmons. Linebacker, safety, cornerback, defensive end. He can play any position on defense out there in Arizona. And I think the Cardinals are going to get a lot better than they were last year. And I think with that progression, their defense is going to get a lot better because of Isaiah Simmons. So that's why I have him. Frank?
Well, because I took Joe Burrow and odds are no fun, I didn't want to go Chase Young. So I was going to take Isaiah Simmons as well. I was going to agree with Tyler. I like his game from the film that I've watched, and I think he is a player, like Tyler said, that can play all over the field. I think he can be very good, if not excellent, in all positions that he's going to play. And I think he's going to have a great rookie season. So I'm going to agree with Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, I would have went with Xavier McKinney, but he's out for the majority of the year now with an injury, so can't go there. So I had to go with Simmons. Um, Super Bowl matchup. 1 point for each. Should we do 1 point for each team in it, or 2 points if you get the whole thing right?
I'd go one
No,
point team
1 point for each, and then we could do 2 for champion.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds good.
1 point for each correct team in it. Eric, who's your Super Bowl matchup?
No surprise in the AFC, it's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes, as you guys picked him for the MVP. He's a ridiculous player. Arguably the best player in the NFL, and they're just so well-rounded on offense, so well-rounded on defense. Andy Reid finally got the chip last year. He'll make another appearance this year, but they're going up against the Russell Wilson-led Seattle Seahawks. And I think the best team in the NFL is the Chiefs, but the best team doesn't always win. That's just a fact. And I think Pete Carroll is going to be zoned into the Super Bowl when he's coaching.
You better be calling plays like.
That's what I'm saying. You don't forget experiences like that. You could joke about, I should have handled the ball, but it might be a hot take. But I think him losing that one Super Bowl might get him two because he's that focused on the plays. Seriously, that's a thing. It really is. And I think Wilson being that MVP candidate that I think he is, and Pete Carroll being the old coot who's just got the chip on the shoulder at this point, I think it'll be a good matchup with the Seahawks and the Chiefs.
I'm gonna go the same way. I got Chiefs Seahawks. There's no reason to bet against Russell Wilson. Had a rough end to the year last year just because of how good the 49ers were down the stretch. I don't see that happening again. The Chiefs are the Chiefs. There's no one in the AFC that can really compete with them. So I'm going with the Seahawks, Chiefs. Frank.
Now I'm going to agree with you guys and say Chiefs because that's the obvious answer. But for the other side, I'm going to deviate from you guys. I believe the Saints are going to snap their playoff, whatever the hell you want to call it, curse, woes, terribleness, bad luck, whatever you want to call it. I think Drew Brees is too good of a player, and I think that he's going to finally carry his team into the Super Bowl and finally shut people up saying the Saints can't win in the playoffs. So I'm going to go Saints and Chiefs.
All right. Frank, who's winning the game? Super Bowl champion.
Chiefs.
Eric?
Easy. Sorry.
I hinted at it already, but mine's going to be the Seahawks. I might literally put money on them in real life, or my guardian will, because I'm not old enough. But someone's put money on the Seahawks.
That's not legal there. We don't condone that.
I don't even know what you're implying, Frank.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Chiefs.
Lame, but it is what it is. I mean,
what it is. So those are our picks. Just to recap, we did have an interview this past week with Jacoby Harper. Me and Frank did. Eric was a no-show again.
Again.
So Jacoby had, and we're counting these picks too. Jacoby had Mahomes as MVP. Offensive Rookie of the Year was Jerry Jeudy, wide receiver on the Broncos. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Chase Young. And Super Bowl champion is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Precious he is a Steelers fan. So
not a bad pick though.
Not terrible. Not terrible.
We also gave picks to Trayvon Sanders I think that was a month ago around.
Yeah.
He went pretty chalk. MVP, Patrick Mahomes. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Joe Burrow. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Chase Young. And Super Bowl champion was the Ravens. And we also gave a Heisman Trophy pick to Jacoby Harper. Yeah, he went to Mater Dei High School and had two quarterbacks while he was there. First 2 years was first 3 years was JT Daniels, who's currently the quarterback of Frank's Georgia Bulldogs. And then his senior year, he had Bryce Young, who's the quarterback at Alabama. His Heisman Trophy winner is going to be JT Daniels. So Eric's got to like that pick. But that's it for picks. Finally.
21 points on the line. Make or break.
29 points.
29, sorry. 21 in football. I can't talk.
29 points.
29.
A lot of picks on the line. All right, let's talk football for a little bit. I want to talk about Tampa because I know we touched on it. You guys both have the Saints winning that division. A lot of people think the Buccaneers are going to win that. Why do you guys think that the Buccaneers are not going to be the winners of that division?
Ben, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. I think that the Buccaneers are going to be a playoff team, especially because there's 3 wild card spots now. I think they'll for sure end up in the postseason, and that's where Brady really does his damage, as he's proven. But I think, shockingly, Frank made a great point about football, ladies and gentlemen. Give him some credit, because it's going to take like 3 or 4 weeks for the Bucs to really get it together, and that's going to be too much time for the Saints. They're already a unit. They already know what it's like. I get the Bucs practicing, but you could only there's something different about that in-game feeling. And I think you have so many different pieces, especially Brady moving over to another offense after all these years. He's so accustomed to that New England playbook. It's going to be bizarre seeing him in a jersey, and it's going to be bizarre for him having to learn all these things. And, he's a true professional. I don't have my doubts. He's been doing his studying and whatnot. But I think they're going to be too late to the party, about 3 weeks too late. And week 1, they face off, don't they? Saints-Bucks, I believe they do. Yeah, and I think Saints are gonna get the win there. And honestly, that might be the game. I get it, it's week 1, but might be the game that separates them from division winner to runner-up.
So I asked, is Tampa for real? You guys are saying no?
They are. But
they're a good team. They're gonna like Eric said, they're gonna make the playoffs. They're probably gonna get a wild card spot.
Yeah.
But I think we see the possibility here of like another Lakers team with Kobe, Dwight, Steve Nash, Browns with Mayfield, Odell, Nick Chubb, all those, Myles Garrett, all those guys. I think they're a good team, but I think the pressure of their expectations, along with all the new pieces that they have, Tom Brady, Gronk, and Mike Evans' injury, like you said before, I think all those things will culminate in them narrowly losing this division.
Yeah, but if you want to know if they're just for real, straight up, yes, they're for real. They're a threat.
They're a great team. I just don't think they're good enough or have the experience together that will help them win the division.
I agree.
All right, next question I got. Yes or no? Will the Cowboys finally make the playoff run they've been destined of having eventually these past couple of years? Frank?
This division is so bad. No good team is going to come out of this division for years. And the Cowboys, I find it hilarious. Every season they say they're Super Bowl contenders and that they're going to go all the way and they're going to be great. They haven't done anything. They haven't won playoff games. They barely won their crappy division. And I think it's more of the same this year. I don't even have them winning the division. Although I wanted to pick them, I just don't like their team. I never have. Although I did say a few weeks ago, that Dak deserved his max contract. I think they have a great quarterback, great running back, but I think everybody else on the team, it doesn't work. They need to scrap it and start over. So no, they're not going to make it
run. All right, next question is basically aimed towards Eric. Yes or no? Will the Jaguars win a game?
A singular game, you ask?
Well, what's their schedule? I don't know what the schedule is.
They'll win one, yes. They'll win a game.
Multiple?
Multiple games?
We're starting to stretch it now, but honestly, might be a hot take.
I mean, they
I
can
think
beat the Bengals.
they'll win multiple games. I think their win total on the year can range from one.
If you say more than 3, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, no, like 1 to 4. In a great world, they win 4 games, but it's not going to happen. In my opinion, if gun to my head, I got to predict. I'd say they steal 2 games.
I think they can beat the Bengals. Maybe the Dolphins. Don't think so, though.
They'll beat Miami.
They do have a very easy schedule.
They do have an extremely easy schedule.
Yes, it's not a crazy schedule, but the team is so bad. You know what? They can beat the Bears as well. So, yeah, maybe 3.
Yeah.
I have more confidence than Eric. I'll give them 3 games.
Will it be Tua or will it be Fitzmagic in Miami this year, Frank?
I think it's pointless to run Ryan Fitzpatrick out there. You drafted Tua to be your franchise quarterback. He's your guy. Why sit him? Unless the only reason I could see is that they're worried about that hip injury. But other than that, I don't see a reason why you wouldn't start Tua, have Tua play almost every game that he can, and develop into the superstar quarterback that he has the potential to do so.
I mean, he's reported to be 100% from the injury, 100% healthy from the injury.
Listen, Aaron Judge was reported to be 100% and played 1 game and went down again. I don't believe crap.
Okay. Eric?
I agree with everything Frank said, but I don't know. The NFL is just weird like this. Like, if you're not the first quarterback taken, like first overall, it's I don't know. It's almost odd how they don't have you starting right away. And even like Browns took Baker, and I don't think he started immediately. They're gonna have Fitzmagic out there for 3 weeks, and then they're gonna go 0-3, and then they're gonna be like, bring out Tua. That's just what's gonna happen.
So why delay the inevitable?
Yeah, I don't know why, but
Tua.
it's just what happens. They're going to want him to stay on the sideline for an NFL game, see what's going on, maybe get him involved on occasion the first 3 weeks. I don't know, but it's going to be Fitzmagic at first, but down the stretch, certainly it'll be Tua.
Yes or no, will the Bears find success in Mitch Trubisky? Eric?
No. And this is another one, I feel like, a much different situation, obviously, because Foles is no spring chicken at this point. But
the analogies that Eric pulls out are just fantastic. What the hell's a spring chicken? I've no idea.
How dare you? Common terminology, Frank. But my point is, Trubisky's going to have his 4 games. He's going to have his 9 interceptions in those games. And then they're going to be like, well, let's see what Foles could do. And they're going to experience just what I experienced last year. Unfortunately, Foles had that run in him to knock off the Patriots in that one Super Bowl, and that'll forever be a Super Bowl legacy or rather football legacy, because he just doesn't have anything else in him.
And the last one I got before we wrap up. Madden had Michael Thomas rated 99 overall. They had Julio Jones at a 97. And then DeAndre Hopkins at a 94, I believe, or 95. Do you think Michael Thomas is the best receiver in the NFL, Frank?
In my opinion, yes. I mean, if we're just going based off of what he did last year, then he had the most receptions, I think, in NFL history. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. He was fantastic the entire season. So I understand where people are coming from with Julio Jones and DeAndre Hopkins. They've been doing it for longer, and they've just been excellent throughout their entire careers. But I think Madden tries to do it based just off of last year going into this year. So for that reason, I think Michael Thomas is the best receiver going into it. He could be terrible by the time the season is halfway done. Or not terrible, but by Michael Thomas standards, he could be terrible. But you never know. So I'm going to say yes.
Eric?
Yeah, video game ratings are a bit odd. Just on Instagram, a little off topic, but Steph Curry's block rating is better than LeBron's in the upcoming NBA game. So
there's a ton of those that are just
they're stupid. They're just
there's a ton of head scratchers out there. Kaepernick's better than Josh Allen. That's the new thing.
Well, Kaepernick's better than a bunch of starting quarterbacks in the NFL, and you're like,
no, he's not. But
according to Madden.
Yeah. No. All right, yeah, but that's. We're not even going to get into that, unfortunately. Yeah. But honestly, here's the thing. In terms of best wide receiver in the NFL, I think we have a serious chance to finally find out that answer this year with DeAndre Hopkins going over to a new team.
It's
If
a great
Hopkins does what he did in Houston with Kyler Murray and the Cardinals, I think Hopkins is the best wide receiver in the NFL because he proved he could do it with multiple teams. And a guy like Kyler Murray, who's no superstar such as Drew Brees or Matt Ryan, lesser so, but if you ask me to say who's the best wide receiver right now in the NFL, I'd say Michael Thomas. I really would. Like Frank said, set the record all-time receptions. But, you got to take it with a grain of salt. He's got Drew Brees, top 3 quarterback.
That's true. That's fair. Yeah.
I don't know. Julio Jones has Matt Ryan, who's underrated in my opinion. And Hopkins had Deshaun Watson, who out of those 3 quarterbacks, in my opinion, is the worst. And he's Kyler Murray, who's even worse than Deshaun Watson. So I don't know. If Hopkins puts up a great year this year, I might be switching my answer from Thomas to Hopkins.
Do you think Deshaun Watson is worse than Matt Ryan? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I do. Hot
Bold.
take. I'm aware.
Hot take. Okay.
Okay. I think
Matt Ryan's great.
I think Deshaun Watson is going to have the best year of all 3 of those quarterbacks.
This year,
maybe not. I don't know about you.
It's possible.
I
don't think it's going to happen. I think Matt Ryan's going to have a better year. But
I also disagree with the fact that you are waiting to see what DeAndre Hopkins can do in Arizona. We already saw what DeAndre Hopkins could do before Deshaun Watson even got to Houston. They had I don't even know who Case Keenum was their quarterback. I don't even know.
Different program though. It's different offense.
I do see Eric's point. I'm excited to see how he plays in a different.
I just think that there's not going to be any hiccups in DeAndre Hopkins' game. I think he's going to do the same thing. I also think Julio Jones is far and away the best receiver in the NFL.
Where'd
he go again? What college?
Right here, Alabama.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No bias there.
He's bigger. He's bigger than Michael Thomas. It's faster than Michael Thomas. His hands may not be as good, but Michael Thomas also has one of the greatest of all time throwing to him. Drew Brees, who can throw it on a dime 100 yards away. So Matt Ryan's still a good quarterback, but Julio Jones is a different breed. I mean, you can't relate Julio Jones to anybody. He's like Alvin Johnson. There's your comparison. So that's all we got for this week. An hour-long episode.
Solid episode.
Long-ass episode. A lot of picks on the line.
Start tonight. What time's the game on tonight?
8:20.
8:20? Is that the only game on? I think they do that, right?
Yes.
Is that the only game today? Okay.
Anyone who's still left watching, I'm going to make you a free $60 right now. Put $70 on the Chiefs. You're going to want to click on alternate spread, okay? You're going to want to trust me on this. Chiefs win by 3 tonight, and Patriots beat the Dolphins Sunday by 3 or more as well. Plus 2.5 or whatever the fuck it is.
Eric, how do you know this? You can't gamble.
Yeah, no, but I've been told. My mom was
told.
You've
heard it in your ear.
She's a big football gambler.
She's a big football lady. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Listen, you, viewer, Patriots by 3, Chiefs by 3. 71 to win 60. Odds might have changed, but that's what I'm doing.
First of all, if you're still listening, thank you. Shout out to you for an hour long.
Frank, no one. I got news for you. But.
Well, yeah. That's why they get applauded.
Yeah, you're welcome, Frank. I'm listening.
Comment on the video if you're still watching.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yes. Comment. I'm watching. That's all you have to say.
All right. That'll wrap it up for this week. Big week with the NFL. NASCAR playoffs. We got the PGA US Open next weekend. College football. Power 5 conferences are starting this weekend. Still got 2 more weeks until the SEC starts. That's real football. Yeah, that'll do for us. I'll see you next week. Go check out the interview that we did with Jacoby Harper. Very good interview.
Very good. Eric wouldn't know.
No, Eric wouldn't know. Adios.